Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Keo, and I'm here with Sejun, my lovely co-host.
Lovely as always.
We are the Binch Bros, and we are a podcast that pretty much talks about video games. And we were supposed to talk about Invisible Ink.
Okay. We'll get to it.
I have played, actually.
I've played as well.
Finish all the way, maybe not, but I do have some stuff to say about it. But
yeah, I definitely didn't finish it all the way. We could definitely talk about that.
Yeah.
You wanna? Oh, sorry. Keep
no. We have. I don't know. I mean, this is. I was gonna say some bullshit anyways too, because I remember like last week we kind of did like game news or like the cast.
I have some news I want to talk about for sure, but I mean.
I don't think I ever have any game news. Maybe I have some stuff that I could think of.
Well, I mean, like, okay, right, like, it doesn't have to be important news. It could be like, is there anything about any game that, like, you never even got to talk about that, like, No Man's Sky, like, creative mode update, you know? I'm sure you're interested in that.
I kind of am, but...
You know, I mean, like, there's a whole bunch of, just crap. Good stuff, bad stuff, whatever, in video games, and like niche stuff. Oh, I didn't mute my phone. That's a bad news.
I should do
that right now. Okay. But what was I gonna say? What was I gonna say? Oh, yeah. I mean, like, okay, stuff like, you know. I mean, I have some news, you know, that obviously is like niche and specialized, but this is a video game podcast that's not, you know, IGN's video game podcast or you know, whatever. So like, you know, if you're listening to this podcast already, you're probably either really out of touch with video games, like to the point where like you're one of our friends, or like this is the only video game thing you ever listen to because you're our friend. Or you're so deep into it that you're just like looking for content everywhere, and you stumbled upon this one and you like our dynamic or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's gonna be niche.
I like our dynamic, June.
Yeah, I like our dynamic too. But I mean, do you want to talk about Invisible Ink first, just so we can get it out of the way?
I think today, we should, but I think we'll probably make it short because, like, I haven't finished the campaign or whatever. I think for this week, I think we should just play the game, talk about, like, just shoot the shit about the games we played, you know?
Yeah.
Because I finally got Pokemon Sun back, or my DS, so I could play Pokemon Sun. I played Invisible Ink, and, like, all this week, I didn't get to play on my PS4, so I've been busy making... This is kind of game related, but not video game related. But I've been making a special table for Pathfinder. So,
which Pathfinder, if they don't know, is the game that we play at the Dungeons and Dragons like game that we play at the end of our podcast.
Yeah, and and for those who don't know what Pathfinder is, it's just pretty much old version of Dungeons and Dragons, which brings back like the old rules and stuff where it was Prime. I put in air quotes, but yeah, that's pretty much what I've been doing.
That might be. I don't know how controversial of a statement that is. Don't look at me. I didn't say that.
But I mean, we could just do a quick summary on what games you picked up or what you played.
Let's get Invisible Ink out of the way.
Invisible Ink.
Yeah, I want to talk about that as fast as possible because honestly, like, I don't think it's a bad game. I don't know. Maybe it's great. I'm not new to turn-based strategy games. I like a lot of them. My favorite one's Valkyria Chronicles. It's on Steam. Highly recommend it. In fact, Keo,
here we go.
You should probably play that game, man.
It's
really excellent. If you're into if you're into like a kind of a alternate World War II anime style, and it's, you know, it's a turn-based strategy game, but unlike most of them, it's like not isometric. It doesn't have the StarCraft God view, right? So it's got like this more 3D models. Like what do you call it?
Third person?
It is third person, yeah. But I mean, the terrain matters a lot, right? Like if you're like, if there's a hill between you and a person, like even if line of sight seems like it would work on a map, like a flat map, it won't. You know what I mean? Like, so a sniper needs to have like above what?
No, sorry. Go ahead.
I know, like I was gonna say, like if you're a sniper, you need to have like higher ground, right? So you can aim down at more targets while being able to take cover. Like cover is really important in that game, and cover is anything and everything, so like it's really cool.
In pretty much any like somewhat for like first person shooters or shooter game, cover.
Yeah, it's definitely not a cover. I mean, it's definitely not a shooter though. It's
no. It's a turn based, right?
Yeah, it's a turn based. It's really excellent. It's probably one of my like if I had a list of like 50 favorite games of all time, it's be up there. I don't know. Maybe it's in the top 25. Who knows? But great game. Anyway, Invisible Ink, right? So I'll tell you right now, I'm not new to that genre, and I get that it gets real nitty gritty into its minutia. There's a lot of systems usually at play because it's turn based, so it's very like the systems are what drives the game, and complexity is usually welcome because it's not this like fast-paced thing. It's this like slower. You carefully consider every move, like Civilization or something. And it's like that's cool.
I've never played Civilization, and I don't think I can ever get into it.
Here's
how complex it is.
I got a little bit of like thing to say about that, which is I bet I would sooner be into Civilization than I was into Invisible Ink. Yeah. Like it immediately lost me. Like I don't know what it was. It's something about like.
Is it like just the mechanics or just how slow the pace of it maybe or
it's
maybe everything.
I don't know. No, it's not bad. I'm sure it works great. I just for me personal, like it's like they take two genres that I like or kind of love, at least I love examples from each genre: turn-based strategy and stealth, right? And they combine them, and that in itself is way less interesting to me than like I have to spend an action point to like hack a terminal or like to whatever. It's like, okay, sure, whatever. I don't know. It's I feel like I might not be getting my point across correctly, but it's definitely not the game for me. I understood that as soon as I did the tutorial mission. Tutorial mission took about, I don't know, I'd say like a good like 15 minutes for me to get through.
It wasn't that long. It was like 15 minutes,
but it felt like 3 hours, I was like, okay. Like there was this one part in the tutorial mission where like there's a room with a camera in the corner, right?
Yeah.
And the way they teach you to like find that camera first is so obtuse, and like it's just like by the time I figured out, oh, that's the mechanic, you can like like I don't know, it was like
your show vision.
Yeah, but you have to do it with like the door closed, or I don't. You have to go and then you have to like. It was like a lot of stuff going on, and I was just like, there was a part where you have to observe a guy.
Okay, that took forever for me because I had no idea what I needed to do.
Yeah, that's the dumbest mechanic. What do you mean? Like, there's literally a button called observe. Like, I thought that meant like, okay, just chill out for 2 turns.
Yeah. You just like end your turn and then see where he goes and whatever.
Yeah, which would be more interesting and more. It'd be more organic, right? Mm-hmm. Instead of like, oh, here is his actual AI. Pathing program. He goes back forward, like he goes up 2 steps, and then on his next turn he goes down 2 steps. It's like, oh, great.
I think the thing with that though is like you do have to have vision, and then I played it. I think I played possibly. How far did you play it?
I hard quit right after a tutorial.
Wow. Okay.
I was like, I'm done. Like,
I played up until all my agents died, which
So
I think I have a good grasp of it.
I get the game's system. It's basically there's a countdown timer until like there's a certain amount of days that you play, and then there's going to be a final mission, and you're kind of trying to do well through your other missions and keeping your agents like leveling them up or whatever, and like getting them good so you get and win the final mission. I get that. That's cool. That's fine. That's like XCOM. That's like.
Is there only one mission?
One final mission
in the campaign? Is there only like the one mission? I guess like at the end where I don't know.
The final mission? Like there's like modifiers, like you can make it so that the final mission has like them using like the corporation uses like advanced technology and all sorts of stuff, so it's like way harder or whatever. Which like sure, I don't care. I don't know, like it's just like nothing about the world, like not the world. I barely got to know the world, but like nothing about the like the characters. They don't really have personality, which is a thing that like I think turn-based strategy games like or any strategy games where you control multiple characters. I love it when you see personality through them, like, and I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe as you went in, they just have like, ambient dialogue all the time. But it seemed to me like the only person who talks is the lady in your headset. And I don't know, you said you played more, right?
Or something, or Nita.
Yeah, so not her, not the robot, but the isn't there Central
Monster.
or something?
Monster's the other dude.
No, there's like this is Central or this is
the chick. So there's Decker, and then there's like the agents. You mean, or
no? It's like a.
I think her name is Central. The lady.
Yes.
Her name's Central.
Yeah. Okay. So like, yeah, and it seems like she's the only one who's like ever talking.
Yeah. There's some other guy. He that comes up. His name's Monster. He's the other guy, but I haven't seen anyone else.
But so like Decker. They like immediately try to give a personality in the tutorial. Like I know we said we'd be short, but I'm getting long-winded.
No, let's make it short, because like it's I want to give out my ooh, that's my mic falling. I want to give out my opinion on it too, and then just pretty much kind of close it. But I'll probably come back to it, because I kind of like the game. It's all right. All right.
Yeah, that's cool. I just didn't like it. I didn't like. I don't know. Sell me on it. Tell me, how are the agents interesting? Are they all? Okay. Do they all play differently? Like, are they all cool?
Agents do play differently. So basically, all the agents, they have like augmentations in their body or whatever, and they all start with a different one. I forgot her name, but there's this one chick. She has like wireless head, where she can connect to like pretty much like the terminals where you have to get power in order to hack stuff. She doesn't have to be really close. She doesn't have to be right in front of it to get that power. She just has to be near it, and then she's able to grab it from there. Decker, he's able to figure out what if you're ever hacking, there's this thing called demons. His ability is he could figure out what type of demon it is or whatever, and I don't know. That's pretty much the agents. Other than that, they don't really have personality. They do have like ambient dialogue, as you're saying, but they don't speak. It's more of like text that comes up, and that only happens like in the beginning, and that's like one of them.
Yeah, like the guard. Like I noticed it with the guard. Like a guard was like, "Oh, I hope
just have the slow shift."
Exactly. Yeah. And I was like, "Oh, okay. Is that how they're doing this?" Yeah. I don't know, man.
I do kind of like the mechanics. The mechanics are kind of cool. I like the whole turn-based stealth type thing. It's interesting. It's different. I think that's what's really making me. That's doing it for me. The other thing too is like died or I restarted my game one time, and I loaded up again with a new save or whatever, and
it's random, right?
Yeah, all the maps are random, which I thought was pretty cool because I won't be like, okay, cool, okay, great, I have to do this again, so I have to go over here, be this person or whatever.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I like the whole random thing, so it challenged me a little bit.
I do like that.
Yeah. I do like that. I think. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, XCOM 2 focuses a lot on stealth.
Yeah.
Like you're encouraged to play through these missions as stealthily as possible, but like they give you options for when shooting breaks out, obviously. But like you're encouraged to like try and like take everyone out stealthily, right? It's also like so and it's also obviously random because XCOM's always been like procedural, right? Like I
actually didn't know that, which makes me want to play it more.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like XCOM, like this game is like a PS Plus version of XCOM 2. You know what I mean? It's like it's like there's a better game out there that does everything this game does interesting.
I mean, you are getting it for free though. That's
sure, but I mean like
compared to $6, but
yeah, and I recommend everyone download it, give it a try themselves because like what if you love it and you hate my opinion, great, like let me know. I want to know. I want you to maybe I'll even return to this game if someone was like, hey, you should return to it because this is cool about it. And if you sold me on it, I'd be like, you know what, that does sound cool. But like from what I've played and from what I know about it and from what I know about other games that exist, this seems like it's not spending time on it for me isn't a good idea because there's plenty of things I want to like spend my time on.
we have a whole bunch of other games that we picked up, so it's not the first game that we probably want to pick up and finish because like I don't even know how long the game goes for. And
72 hours, I don't know if it's real time, but like
72.
No, not real time, but like it's something like there's 72 hours before the final mission. So I think each mission takes place over. Like,
then I was almost done with the game. Then that's
I think it's supposed to be you run it. You run. It's like finite, but it's like XCOM is meant to be played over and over again. Civilization is meant to be played over and over again. It's one of those games. Invisible Ink is probably meant to be played over and over again.
There is a endless option.
Which just makes the final mission not happen.
Yeah, I think it's pretty much it. I think I understand too. The whole missions before you get to the main mission too is just side missions that you do to level up and stuff. So I kind of understand that now. I barely understand like the whole augmenting thing, but I don't know. I think that's pretty much it. I mean, do you want to close? You have anything else to say? Because
you don't have anything else.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I mean, I'll probably play it a little bit more. Then I'll probably talk about it for the next podcast if I really do want to talk about it. But I picked up a whole bunch of other games, so I'd rather talk about that.
Yeah. Okay. Quickly, I guess, news-wise, I did want to say one thing I'm really excited about is there's a turn-based strategy RPG coming out called it's called Indivisible. So
to which it stands.
Exactly. That word. And it is a turn-based, so it's a platformer when you're exploring, okay? Not turn-based when you're exploring. It's like, real time. And, it's a platformer, you're jumping up on things, it's kind of like Metroid, right? It's like open, like some of the earlier Sonic games had levels where you had multiple paths, something like that, right? Yeah. And so it's got that idea, and then when you get into battle, it's just like you have four party members. It's not turn-based it's turn-based more like Final Fantasy VII was than it is, or any of the earlier Final Fantasies, than it is like Invisible Ink or XCOM, because your party stays together.
Clumped.
Exactly, and like and it's like it's not turn-based in the traditional sense because there's like these like things that fill up and then you can do an action. It's kind of like active time system, so it's closer to stuff.
Okay, I've seen. I think yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's similar to that, but the reason it's exciting is it's being made by Autumn Games, and if you're familiar with them, they're the people who did Skullgirls, which was an indie fighting game, and it was like one of the best fighting games to come out in years. You know, like I'm talking like it's competing with like Capcom stuff. You know, like I personally like it better than Marvel vs. Capcom 3. You know, like it's they for an indie studio they did. You know, they do really excellent work in their field. So it's like I'm really excited to see what they do with a, you know, like a JRPG style type game. You know.
Yeah.
But like, what's the little bit of news I wanted to talk about is something that you wouldn't be familiar with. Remember Trigger Studio, the anime studio that did Kill la Kill? So they're producing the opening cinematic for this video game.
Oh, nice.
And I was like,
sick.
Oh shit, like one of my favorite anime studios get together with one of the most impressive indies in video games working today. Nice. I cannot wait to see how this game, and I definitely want to see that trailer, if anything, or whatever, that intro. But like, yeah, I'm super pumped.
Sick.
Yeah. Nice. I don't know.
And when is that coming out, or is that already out?
I don't know. It's like a Kickstarter thing, right? So who knows when it comes out? You know how Kickstarter stuff goes usually. Yeah,
it could happen or it can't. Like Shenmue 3.
Well, yeah, who knows when that's coming out, right? Like, I don't know when it's coming out.
Yeah, let's just not talk about it
anymore. What do you mean? No, it's coming out for sure. It got funded, like, immediately.
Yeah, but it's the whole E3 thing where, like, oh, you can go fund it now.
Wait, so I have a question. I don't know if I've asked you this before, but you've played Shenmue 1 and 2?
Yeah.
Like, you've beaten them?
I think I finished it all the way, yeah. It's been a while because I played on like the Dreamcast, Shenmue 1,
right?
And then it was on I think it was on Xbox.
Yeah, Xbox, I think you're right. Yeah, the original
Shenmue 2.
Yeah,
and then me and my brother played that.
You played through. Wow, that's absolutely awesome because I never got to play Shenmue, and I've always wanted to. I wanted to play Shenmue. I was reading like video game magazines right when Shenmue came out, and I remember this was a game where you could play Virtua Fighter in the game, I think. Or no, I don't think you... Wait, right? Couldn't you play Virtua Fighter? No, I'm crazy.
Like playing a game in a game.
Yeah,
right,
no, I think it was like Galaga or something.
It's called Harrier or something.
Yeah, Space Harrier. Yeah, that was it. Space Harrier. You couldn't play Virtua. What am I talking about? That's insane to me.
It's like 2 games for 1. That's so good.
No, you know what game had Virtua Fighter 2? The full arcade game was one of the Yakuza games, but like made by the same guy, right? Yu Suzuki.
Yeah.
But no, are you kidding me? Could you imagine a Dreamcast video game running Virtua Fighter at that time?
On top of playing running Shenmue.
I mean, it's like impressive today that we're getting a PS3 game with Virtua Fighter 2 in it. That's like, that's impressive. It's like, holy cow.
Yeah, Shenmue was awesome. I loved it. It's so stupid though too, because like the story, it's like it's kind of weird and slow, but it was kind of good. And the fight, there wasn't much fighting, but when there was, it was so pretty cool. And I don't know, those like small little things that you could do, like gamble or buy chips at the grocery store.
Lucky hit, right? And then you collect the little figurines and stuff. I know all about that. It's cool because I think you would love Yakuza because those games carry forth like a lot of Shenmue. There's like the arcades where you can play actual video games. There's gambling. There's battles here and there. Dense on story. I know it's not that story, which that story is what's exciting about Shenmue. It's this long continuing revenge. What is it? He's looking for his pretty much a revenge. Killer.
Yeah, his father's killer and getting these plates. I forgot what they're called.
Right.
But they're like these talismans or something.
And that's cool. And Shenmue 3 isn't gonna be the conclusion. Apparently, it's just gonna be another chapter. So I don't know how to feel about that.
I mean, I think 2 ended kind of weirdly, like it was going to continue on, I think. But I don't know. Because I think, if I remember correctly, you end up at another place where it looks like you could explore and stuff. And it's like some like I want to say hobby or hobby, but like a rundown place, urban place, and it looks like you could explore it, and it just ends there. I don't know why it just ends.
Yeah, well, that's probably the setting for Shenmue 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I think so. Like, I mean, to get to the point earlier about Shenmue and Yakuza and you liking it, at PSX they said that they were gonna bring both Yakuza 6 and Yakuza Kiwami, which is the first Yakuza game, like completely remade in PS4 technology, because it was a game that was released on PS2, right? Yakuza. And so it's the beginning of the story is Yakuza Kiwami, and then there's a prequel coming out earlier than that, like I think either this December or next year.
Wow. Okay.
It's coming out called Yakuza 0. I think it's coming out this December.
No, you mentioned that, yeah.
Yeah, and that's a prequel game. It's like the newest game, quote unquote, until this new Yakuza game that comes out. But yeah, like I can't talk about either Kiwami or 0 because those games haven't come out. I doubt they're gonna be bad, like I very much have faith in this studio. Well, 0 did come out actually in Japan. It's been out for like a while now. Like I think people like it. Yeah, no, I think it's been out for like over a year. Yeah. Like it's just like
classic.
Localizing is just taking forever, but yeah, and people like it, and Kiwami, I think people like that one too. So like, yeah, if you need your Shenmue fix, man, I'm telling you.
I don't know. I really liked Shenmue because I had a lot of time on my hands. Because that was when I was like, it was like summer. It was like during summer of like my middle school or high school.
Yeah.
I don't remember which one it was.
Well, I mean, like, yeah, these are also. So I had a lot of time. These are also games where, like, if you want to spend, hundreds of hours just doing every little thing, you can. But you can also mainline the story. If you want to. Like, if you're like, all right, let's wrap it up now. Like, you could just play story missions. Like, I don't think it gates your progress. Like, nothing gets like too difficult or anything.
If it's anything like Shenmue 3 or Shenmue 3, what the fuck? I'd probably definitely pick it up.
There was a moment in one of the games. It was a Yakuza 4, I think. It was the first one I played, okay? Where I was around like the 40 hour mark, right? Somewhere like pretty deep into it, And I realized like every time I'm playing this game, I'm not playing the game anymore. I'm playing this like mini game inside the game where I'm managing a hostess club. You know what that is?
I've seen Orin host club. Is it just a place where gentlemen are like
exactly yeah
courteous to women or something?
Yeah, it's like you go on like you have like a little dinner date with a lady, and like I'm not managing it. I'm like there's this side quest where I own it. My character, because you have 4 characters in that game. One of them, he owns this hostess club, and there's this woman who is like, it's part of this like side story, which actually becomes like part of the main story later. Like, it's crazy, but like, you're turning her into a hostess because that's how she's paying off her debt. I remember I was playing that for so long, like making her the best hostess. She's getting like the best tips and all this. I was like, what am I doing? I want to like move on with this game. Like, why am I like, yeah. But they let you get into the nitty gritty like that, So I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, this is I guess it's just like the details they put into the extra stuff, and the story is still good.
Yeah, the stories are great. Like that's the thing. Yeah. Like even if you don't like Yakuza 6. Stories are great, but also the regular, like the side stuff's also amazing. Like, there's this, you know what idols are, right? Like pop idols.
Yes.
Yeah. So like one of the characters you play in Yakuza 5 is a pop idol, right? And so like she doesn't get into fights going down the street. Like everyone else, like it's some jerk will be like, "Hey, you looked at me funny," and like it'll go into battle mode.
Oh my goodness.
But like with her. instead of that, you're walking down the street, you like get into dance offs. Like it's a rhythm game, and it was like amazing. I was like, this is the cool. Best thing ever. Yeah, and it's like that. This is a really cool like spin. So her like sections still feel very similar to everyone else's. It doesn't feel like its own weird game. But it's like you're exercising different muscles in your brain. And anyway, like great games. Highly recommend them. Recommend them and Valkyria Chronicles for you turn-based strategy nuts out there. I guarantee you will have a great time with Valkyria Chronicles because it's unforgettably great. It's really good.
Yeah, those sound pretty good. Valkyria Chronicles, I think I remember seeing, but yeah.
Neither of those games I have played in a while, but I can vouch for them.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. I like them. I'm actually probably gonna really consider Yakuza 2. So give that a shot.
Yeah, it's great. It's on the last one. Here's a bad part. Ready? Do you have a PS3?
Okay. Ready? No.
Yeah. Well, good luck playing Yakuza because the only
Yakuza 0.
Yeah, like Yakuza 5, right? Oh yeah, Yakuza 0 is coming out on PS4. But like all the new ones are. But like the last game, Yakuza 5, came out like last year here. Like I'm talking last year, and it came out for the PS3.
That's weird.
You know what I mean?
PS4 came out last year.
It was like either last year or 2 years ago. Yeah, but it was like way after the PS4 had already been like established.
It's been
so I dusted off my PS3 because I played Yakuza 4. It was a PS Plus game once, and I was like, oh, I should try this game that everyone's talking about, like all the weeps are talking about, and I like played it, and I was like, this game is like a game for me. Like this is one of those games where have you ever like felt so connected to a like an IP? You're like, oh wow, how come I didn't know about this? I should have been the one that everyone told about this immediately.
I've been there, June.
Exactly. So like so then when Yakuza 5 came out, I was like, oh, I'm definitely getting this. Oh, it's only for PS3? Well, better dust off my PS3. And so like I got it. Man, worth it.
I mean, emulators, right? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, man. I don't think I mean, like, hey, man, I'm not judging you. You can do whatever you want. Anyone?
I'm not saying. I need to clarify. I'm not saying I own one. I'm not saying I do it.
I'm just saying, like, I don't know if something that recent is even easy to find emulation for. Like, I get it for something like a Neo Geo or like a Genesis, because those are such older consoles.
Yeah, you could. Yeah. You could run like old like emulators from there.
Exactly. Even N64, I bet would be tougher to run than something like like a older 16-bit thing. But no, PS3. If you still have one and you're looking for a big game to play, try Yakuza. I guarantee it. Like, I mean, I don't guarantee anything. You might hate it, but like, I think it's great.
Yeah, I want to. Damn. That sucks. It's fine. I'll probably do 0 and see how I like it from there.
0 is coming out soon. 0, I don't know. It seems wackier than the other ones story-wise, so I don't know how. It might not be my favorite story out of all of them, because they're so melodramatic, Kyo. But amazingly.
Yeah, no, I think Shenmue's pretty much like that too.
Yeah, it's got that whole. So it's like it'd be like if you play like a weird version, like a weird prequel to Shenmue, where you're playing as Ryo's dad, but he's a real dick. Like
he's a mob boss. He's not a mob boss.
Oh, actually.
Yeah.
What, in Yakuza?
It's Yakuza.
Well, here's the interesting thing, right? The main character of the series, Kazuma, I think his name's Kazuma Kiryu. He, from Yakuza 1, he like quit the Yakuza. So it's not called Yakuza in Japan. It's called it's got this long Japanese title, but it's something about like the dragons, like the dragon that, like the Tears of the Dragon or something like that. I don't know, it's something like it's something very different, and it's called Yakuza over here, but like. He's not in the Yakuza. Like he hasn't been in the Yakuza for many like I think from the beginning of the first game. That's why Yakuza 0 is like a interesting game because
it tells the story of him being in it.
Yeah, it's the only game in the series where he's just like, you know, like unabashedly like this gangster. You know, he's actually this like crime gangster, whereas in all the other games he's like kind of getting out of the life, or he's trying to leave it behind, but they keep dragging him back in, you know, stuff like that. In this one, it's like
pull me back.
Exactly, and in this one he's like height of the 80s, you know, like money's being thrown around everywhere, and he's just much younger, much brasher, much more violent gangster. And it's kind of, I think it's cool. It's a cool story to tell, but I like that, you know, we still are going forward in the story as well as taking this like quick little detour backwards, you know.
Yeah. Sounds like fun, man.
Yeah.
Can't wait. Let's talk. Do you want to go to the next segment where we talk about games we played this week?
Yeah, I'm down. I have some games. I have 3 specifically, but you have a big one.
Big one. I have at least one.
You have a big portable.
Portable. Yes. Yes, I do. Yeah. Let's do it. Let's get into it.
Let's do it.
All right. I want to go through mine real quick because it's only one. You got 3. And I got 2, actually, sort of.
Are we recording right now? Like, I mean, we're recording, but are we?
Yeah, of course.
I didn't know if you were like saying this for me or for the podcast.
Oh no! It's either, both.
All right,
at the same time.
Right. Well, y'all get to see how the sausage is made a little bit.
Yeah, they got to see it a lot because I still don't edit this bit out.
Oh, nice. But you put a sound in between, right?
Haven't been doing that ever since the first.
There was one time where I did a transition and you're like, "Say June, we do sounds." That's not gonna fly. Yeah, we do transitions when we're going to the next segment, not so much like spoilers and stuff. Yeah. We do that. Yeah, those are there. Isn't this the next segment?
Yeah, I already did it.
Oh, so there was a sound.
Yeah, there was a sound.
Oh, okay.
Anyways. Real quickly, I sent out my my 3DS because it was broken to Nintendo, and I finally got it back, and I started playing Pokemon Sun.
Nice.
One of our friends, Jingle, is really pushing me to finish the game so we could get his legendary. I'm just kidding. He really isn't. But he really does want me to. And I kind of been going through it. I'm liking it a lot. It's loads of fun.
What's your team?
Picking up Pokemons. What's the T?
What's your team?
I don't. I don't know about that.
What are the 6? What are the 6 that are in your party right now?
Though my team, got it. My team is Rowlet. It's now evolved to a.
So that was your starter?
Dartrix. Yeah, that's my starter. I got a not Snorlax, sorry. A Slowpoke. I got one of the new bird ones. I forgot what it was called. And I named him. I named him too, so I don't even know his original name was. Yeah. And then I got Gribble or something. Mm-hmm. Oh god, I'm really butchering that one. That one's one of the new ones too.
Okay, I'm not so familiar with that one.
I got the magnet one.
You're talking about from the 151? Like the original one?
Yeah.
Oh, what's his name? I can picture. You're talking about the 3 magnets on the side, right? Yeah. What is his name?
2 magnets. No, 3 magnets. One
3
on the top,
when they.
To the side,
yeah. What? Oh, jeez. What is his name?
I forgot his name too because I named him something. I named him Fridge Whore.
Oh my god. What's what? Okay. Quick Pokemon tangent, real quick, before we get into Sun and Moon.
Yeah. Quick.
There's also a Pokemon in the 151 that's just a Pokeball.
Yeah.
You know what you're talking about? And when it evolves, it just flips
Electrode.
And then it just flips its colors.
Oh, does it?
Yeah,
I never noticed that.
It's like red
like
on
when it
the
evolves.
top and white on the bottom. Yeah. Or reverse.
And then it looks angrier or something.
Yeah, it has like angry Kirby eyes. American Kirby eyes.
Yeah, I never noticed that. Huh.
Yeah, it's super weird. That's very... it's funny. They were running out of ideas then. And they're still making these games.
Yeah, they're still adding some. but out of that tangent, I have that dude. I forgot what it was like. Maybe it's Electrode. Who knows? I can't remember. I have him. And then I have Muck. I think his name is. No. The one before that. Sludge. Something. Dang it. I got the Sludge dude. And then I forgot. I'm forgetting the other guy. But that's pretty much the team for right now.
Nice.
That's the team that's holding up. And then. So what's up?
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say, I'm disappointed that you went Rowlet instead of Poplio.
Yeah,
that's what I would have done.
I'm all team wood. I forgot what it's called. Team grass.
Leaf grass.
Yeah, I'm down for the underdog, even though they stay underdog forever.
Yeah, I don't know. I just like Poplio. I like his evolutions. There. But also, I'm also disappointed that you don't have a Litwick in your party.
Litwick?
Yeah,
oh yeah, I haven't crossed one yet.
Chandelure is probably the weirdest Pokemon. Personal. No, the keys, the ones that is just like a keychain. That's the weirdest.
Yeah,
Pokemon. But Chandelure is up there.
They're really stretching. They're really stretching with those Pokemon, aren't they?
I love it.
Computer one next time. Monitor, mouse, keyboard.
I'm sure there is some version of a I bet there is. In Pokemon Red, there was a dude named Dave, I want to say, and he had a computer.
That was a Pokemon.
No, but I forgot what you go into his computer or something.
Weird. No, I'm saying that like a mouse pad.
Yeah, no, I bet there would be one. Yeah. Laptop, like a living laptop.
Yeah.
I can picture it right now. It's like a mouth, kind of, right?
They're gonna go through the whole technology. We're giving them ideas, June. We can't say these out loud. We gotta send it out to Nintendo.
Pokemon, if you're
or Game Freak
listening to us to get ideas, like I'm sure there's better Pokemon podcasts out there.
And if you are going to, you gotta send those royalties straight over to us. You could send it over to us at binchbros@gmail.com.
Is that how royalties work? Do you just send them over? We don't have to sign some contracts or anything?
I guess not.
All right,
I don't know.
Sure, we'll take it.
Ideas are not, I don't know, owned, I guess, unless you patent it, I guess, legally. Whatever. Anyways, that's Pokemon. I'm kind of going through it. I don't want to say too much because I'm not finished, and it is a new game, so I don't want to say too much on it.
Oh, like spoilers, Pies?
Yeah, sure. But I'm really looking forward to getting shinies now, and I don't know why. I just want to get them.
I get it. You just have that. You got
I want to collect them all.
Bitten by the bug. You got the Pokemon bug.
Just like Pokemon Go when that came out. That was really fun in the beginning. I don't know. Maybe it'll last for this one, but yeah. The only other thing I did this week, again, because I haven't played too much. I guess the other thing is Overwatch, but I'll talk about it in a bit.
All right.
I was working on a table for Pathfinder, and pretty much I've been following this one guy on YouTube, and this table is pretty much, it has everything. It has a deep flooring to where you could roll the dice. It has a monitor in the middle, so you could open up pretty much like Roll20, but you could just use the Roll20 as like,
Wait, your table or the guy's table?
It's my table and the guy's thing.
Okay, so your table is coming along like his table.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be done like this week.
Oh cool, I
can't wait. Yeah, definitely coming over the 16th. By the way,
18th.
18th. Okay, they said the 16th.
Yeah.
Oh, 2 weeks. Okay, cool. Yeah, it'll definitely be done by then.
maybe it's not.
They're guessing.
Wait, is it the 16th? Now I'm confused.
I'm confused, dude.
Oh no, I think it is the 16th.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, yeah.
You gotta figure that out.
I'm just driving.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm just making a table. The table has a TV in the middle where you can pretty much open up like Roll20. You use that as like the.
So you bought a TV for this?
Thing. Yeah.
Like a flat
screen?
I
bought. Yeah, it was not a flat screen. It's just like one of the cheap TVs. I don't need a high def for that kind of stuff.
Wait, so is there like glass over the TV or something so you can put stuff on it? So you're putting it on the TV like a screen?
Yeah. which will be fine, just so long as no one's it's far away from people that won't spill or drop anything. But if they do, I'm gonna get real pissed. But I'm gonna set rules or whatever.
If you can, for your convenience and safety, think about adding glass.
Maybe, but I already measured everything to where it's flush, so then I have to really dismantle a lot of things, and we already went too deep in it. But I think it's fine. It's not a big deal, June. It really isn't. The only other things it has on it too is like cup holders, like on the side. It's a pretty big table. It's like a 4 foot. 4 foot. 4 foot.
4
table?
feet.
4 feet. 4 foot.
4 foot table. Yeah, it's a 4 foot table. It's 4 feet long.
Yeah. And
wait, 4 feet?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like it's a square?
Yeah, it's a square.
Okay.
It has like cup holders on like the edges in the middle. There's like 2 like pencil holders you can put like dice and other bowl.
This reminds me of like
stuff.
You ever go to a house and they have like a pool table?
Mm-hmm.
It's like what this is.
It's like it kind of looks like that.
Game table.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks pretty sick. Oh, also on like the edges of it too, there's like plugs as well.
When your friends have kids and they come over, like, and they sit on your table, you're gonna lose your mind.
I'm gonna go. What the hell are you doing?
You're gonna lose your mind.
Get off. Yeah, I think I used to do that when I was a kid. But yeah, that's pretty much what I've been doing this week. Just making that table. So that's been consuming most of my weekends, but it's worth it. Can't wait till it's done.
For sure. Dope.
Yeah. What you been up to, June? I've noticed you've been playing some stuff whenever I'm on PS4.
Yeah, I've been playing a lot of different things. Well, I mean, good news. I'm finally past my Dragon Ball slump. So Xenoverse is gonna go away for a while until later. Yeah, just until the DLC or something. I got all the skills and all that stuff. So I'm like, all right, I'm good. I can call it. I'm not gonna platinum that game because there's this one trophy that I'm never gonna get because it's hard. But so fuck it, let's move on. I said. So what I did was I downloaded Suda51's new game, Let It Die. I've been playing that.
I picked it up like literally before we started.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it's pretty fun. It's a roguelike, it's fun to get into now because I guess they've been having server problems, so they've been issuing like apology rewards, so there's a lot of so you spend death tokens to bring your character back to life if you don't want to lose all the stuff that you collected in the dungeons, right? And and so a lot of that, so I'm like freely using them because I have like 30, just because I bought some, but I bought like the cheapest amount, but on top of that, they gave me a ton. They give me death tokens for doing quests and for apologies. So I'm like, sweet. The game, it doesn't tell you a lot of things. So if you look into it, it tells you a lot more than if you're just playing it. Your first characters are shit until you get to floor 10. I don't know how many floors there are. I think there's 80. But once you get to floor 10 and you beat the first boss, then you unlock your good or better characters, that are more worth it. There's a whole online component to it, which is very similar to how No, not like that at all. It's more like Metal Gear Solid 5, where you have a base and you invade other people's bases and your base gets invaded, But it's not it's not
Is that Phantom Pain?
Exactly, yeah. It's not you're not playing it yeah, you do. You're not playing it like real-time multiplayer. Well, in Phantom Pain, you kind of are, but in this game, you're not. Phantom Pain, man, it's super fun because you'll be playing a game, you'll be not in a mission, you'll just be out, gathering resources in Afghanistan or something, and then you'll get a message, and it'll be Mother Base is under attack, and so you're oh shit, good thing I'm here right now, I'm on the game because it can be attacked when you're off the game, and then
sick, yeah. So
it
sounds similar to freaking Clash of Clans or all those mobile.
Sure, yeah. It's it's got that vibe. So you go back to Mother Base, and it's you like they're on their own. The invaders are always on their own, and they're trying not to get caught. Like even from the like, you're only alerted when they've made too much noise, right? Or they've done something like they've like stolen something big, or like, you know, they've killed your men, and like, you know, people are finding out. But so you and your whole base of dudes are like hunting this dude who's in your game, you know, and it's like so fun and like crazy. And you know, one time I was playing it, and this guy was just like shooting all my guys dead, and I was like losing my mind. I was like, why are you killing my guys? You know, like I spent so long getting these guys, like, and now you're killing them. And so like and you get a better reward if you like capture them rather than kill them or whatever. And so like I really wanted to capture him, but since he was killing all my guys, I got real mad. So
you got a little personal.
Yeah, so I pulled out like a rocket launcher, shot him with it. It didn't kill him because he had like high level armor on or whatever.
Okay.
So it like knocked him on his butt, and then I pulled out my like 50 cal sniper rifle, and I shot him while he was down.
Oh my goodness.
Awesome. Love that game. That's a great. Yeah, but it has that deal, except you don't get to fight each other. You fight their like avatars or whatever. Yeah. It's pretty cool. It's really weird. Like his games are always weird, and they have this weird style to them, you know.
Yeah.
And, like,
notice it.
Yeah. So all your people are like cadavers that are like stolen from a train. It's cool. It's like grimy and gross. But that's so I've been touching that game for about I probably put like 6 hours into it or something. So you know whatever. Maybe like over time, not all at once.
This is also a free game on PS4 as well, so anybody can pick this up.
Yeah, it's free to play. It's not gonna like. I would rather it wasn't free to play. I'd rather they charged me $30 and gave me a game without the free to play stuff, but they didn't. So what you gotta do? But so there's that game. Then I also I forgot to say, like, you the way progression works is like every like floor you unlock, you can go there if you have the money for it on the elevator, you know, and like you bring back gear and stuff that you can put in storage, but like that's not important. What's important is bringing back blueprints, because if you bring back blueprints and material, then you can buy gear whenever you want, you know, and it's like you upgrade stuff. It's better that way. Like I just got a like an iron, you know, an iron like for like ironing your clothes. That's like one of my favorite weapons in the game. And like I finally found I always use it, like whenever an enemy drops it, you know, I always pick up their iron. I like love it. Like you build mastery with weapons if you've been using them a lot. And I finally got the blueprint for the iron recently, and I was like, oh, sick, you know, like I'm real pumped. Like I'm real pumped that I'm gonna have an iron that's gonna last me like a while instead of breaking after like, you know, 5 uses. But I love it because I love that weapon. It's really good against bosses. But
nice.
So like that's how that game works, and I really like it. I'll continue to play it. The other game I've been playing, big game. I got The Last Guardian, man.
I saw that. I was like, what?
Okay, so I think I put about. I'm definitely not going to get too deep into this game just because it is a brand new game.
It's
people don't want to hear spoilers.
No,
I'm not that far into it. I can't even spoil too much. I mean, there's stuff I can spoil for sure early on. But like I don't want to. But what I want to say about this game is I've played it for about like 3 hours or so. Absolutely infuriating. Drives me crazy. It's like I'm like fighting with this camera, right? Like, and like, you know, like my boy is like tripping on everything, you know, and it's like Trico doesn't listen to me when I call him, not because it's bad AI or whatever, but just because they programmed him to be like a real animal. So he's just like, like fuck you, you know, I don't care. You know, I'm just
train
like,
him.
Yeah, and it's like, you know, all this stuff, and I'm in love with this game. This game's amazing. Like I know it sounds like I'm saying all this bad stuff, but like, it's the highs, the emotional highs that you get. Now I'm not talking story stuff. I'm talking like straight up early on, like maybe like 3 hours in, right? I feel pretty familiar with Trico. Like, you know, he's not my best friend or anything, but like we get through some real hard sequence, okay? And it like takes like, it took me a lot to think about like how to do it. He went through a lot, and like, we like get out on the other side, like I ride on his back, like that's like I don't have to, I can get on there on my own, but when he's about to make that jump, I climbed onto him, and like we both went together and like finally got to this other side area, like, we got out of this area that we were in, and like, I like get off of Trico, and it's like I'm exhausted, and he's exhausted, and then he just like, he's about like 30 feet tall or something, right? He's this giant.
Yeah.
And he just puts his face right down, like right next to me. And if you hold circle, you could pet him. And I just start petting him. And I feel so like emotionally like drained. And you know what I mean? I was just like, this is how this game earns its 10-year development cycle or whatever. You know what I mean? This is like an amazing work of art already.
For that pet mechanic.
Just like for this like insane, like his eyes changed color right when he gave me a look, and it told me everything about his like mood, and like he was just like, dude, I'm tired, but we did it, and I appreciate you. And I'm like, I fucking appreciate you. It's amazing. It's a really cool game.
Nice.
I definitely highly encourage everyone to if you're into artistry in video games, I recommend it. If you're into like, I'm into gameplay, I just want to play gameplay, maybe not for you. But if you want to see a game that like pushes, like for a more did you like stuff like Journey, Eco, shout out to Colossus, Brothers?
I haven't played any of those, so I guess not.
No, but I mean, if you are, if people are into anything like that, more, like.
Is it silent too?
It's not. No. There's voice act. It's not in English. I don't think it's in Japanese either. I think it's in some made up language. He's like Trico. Like he always calls it Trico, and Trico doesn't talk. He's just an animal. It's like a mythical animal. Yeah. And it's just it's kind of like, if you've ever played any of those games, they're very sparse. Every one of those games I mentioned, storytelling wise, they don't tell you much, and it's up to you to interpret things. This game is a little more traditional in the fact that there's cutscenes in this game. There's dialogue. There's like, you see text. There's a narrator and there's subtitles. You know what I mean? So like they tell you the story more overtly than a lot of those other games. But so far, it's not like bugging me in any way. You know what I mean? Like earlier on, they kind of do it with hints. They're like, he's like, like. I realized that, like, I'm making something up. He'll be like, I realized that Trico, wasn't gonna be happy if I approached him, so I decided to look elsewhere. Something like that. So you're like, okay, so I'm supposed to go elsewhere. Something like that, right? Yeah. Like stuff like that. Like it does that earlier on, but like a lot of it is more storytelling stuff, and that's cool.
Nice.
Really cool game.
Yeah.
And I have one more big game. Can you guess what it is?
The big one. I mean, I could probably guess with the games that you played that I've seen. New game?
New game.
I want to say, Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah, there it is. I think we talked about how I bought it last week. I couldn't approach it.
Maybe.
Yeah,
I think so.
I couldn't approach it yet. I was still in my Xenoverse hole, and I knew if I started playing that game, I wouldn't play Xenoverse anymore.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And true enough, man, like I started playing this game. It's rad. I really like this game. I am, I'm barely scratching the surface of it, right? I'm only 6 hours in, which for a big JRPG, like is nothing. I'm barely touching it. I think it was like 2 nights ago. 2 nights ago, right? I was like, I want to play this game. I really want to play this game. But I have a lot of stuff I have to do first before I play it, like, which is the bad part about this game. Like, I was like, I have to watch Brotherhood, I have to watch Kingsglaive, I have to...
You said you were going to go all out.
Right. So what I did was, I I just went on YouTube and I rented Kingsglaive, right? I was like, all right, I'm gonna watch this movie. And so I watched Kingsglaive, and I recommend that movie to people, even if they have no interest in playing Final Fantasy 15, for two reasons.
It's good.
Well, it's beautiful, right? It's like some of the best CG I've ever seen in a film.
Yeah. It's
not very good, but it's really fun and cool, you know, but it's not good. It's like, in fact, it's like kind of bad. Not on the storytelling. I don't know. Stories.
I don't know what you're telling me, June. Is it good or bad? Come on, you gotta tell us.
It's worth watching for sure. There's this one actor who's kind of ruins the whole thing. He's really bad. He's like a big actor too in this. Ooh. He's like a big character in the story, so he's in it a lot. So I'm just like, oh, this guy, I don't like him. He's annoying, but besides that, like there's it's like really cool, and then the fights are incredible. Obviously, the action sequences are really cool. His story is gibberish, but at the same time, very important to the video game. Like, you need to know all this stuff. Like, I remember, like, I heard you need to watch Kingsglaive before playing the game. And then I played the game after watching Kingsglaive, and I got to a point where stuff from Kingsglaive is being referenced now. Yeah. And I'm like, I'm really glad I watched Kingsglaive. Because otherwise, this isn't anything to me. This makes no sense. Like, they didn't do a good job in the game of conveying the information from Kingsglaive to you. You know what I mean? Like, big stuff happens in Kingsglaive.
You have to actually have this knowledge before you play the game. Sure. Or else you're going to be lost.
I mean, I don't know. They'll tell you in the game, but, like, the way they tell you isn't very good. Like, there's a part in the game where they show footage from Kingsglaive with, like, no dialogue or whatever. They just show, like, it's like, it seems like a trailer for Kingsglaive just in the middle of the game. Like, not in the middle, like, you know, an hour or two deep into the game, you just see, like, footage from Kingsglaive, and it's like, this seems cheap. You know, I don't like that. Like, you know, like, they should have either never done that, or, like, you know, incorporate, either make Kingsglaive super tangential, you know, to where you don't have to see it, make it about the Kingsglaive instead of about, like, the king, and, you know, like, because if it's about the king, then it's about the prince, right? And Kingsglaive is about the king, and so, you know, like, you know, your character Noctis is directly influenced by the events of Kingsglaive. So it's a big deal in the story. But I watched it, and then I played, and right after I watched it, I was like, okay, the way this movie ended makes me really want to play this video game now. So I immediately started it without watching Brotherhood, which I don't know. Maybe I'll check it. Brotherhood is like 5-10 minute episodes. Yeah, I could do that.
Episodes?
Yeah.
So how many episodes are there?
5.
Okay.
And they're all 10 minutes.
It's not too bad.
Yeah, no, there's 5. Sorry. No hyphen. 5 10-minute episodes.
Okay.
No hyphen,
gotcha.
You know.
Gotcha.
I know, it sounded like I said they're like 5 to 10 minutes. No, there's 5 of them.
In total, right?
Yeah, there's 5 of them, and they're all 10 minutes. And
each.
Yeah, I think they all focus on well, I'm sure I think they focus on each of the 4, and then I don't know who the 5th is. Luna Freya,
all
maybe?
of them together? I don't know. That makes sense, though.
It could be all of them together. Sense. It could be Luna Freya, who's a big part of Kingsglaive, and Final Fantasy 15. She's like a big deal, so she's Noctis's betrothed.
Yeah. My cool. My stepdad and my brother has been playing on Xbox, and one of the things that they said that they don't like about it, or like a lot he heard other people don't like about it, is the loading screens. Can you verify on that?
Like that the loads are bad?
Like it's pretty long.
I guess I guess it depends on why you're loading, right? Like if you're just
it's like the first load. Like I was over there.
Like when you load up a game. Yeah, that kind of takes.
When you
load
it up, it like takes 5 minutes, maybe.
Yeah, I think it does take a while. I've only done that once because like I usually leave it on suspend, right? Like, and that's the application that I use, so I don't have to deal with it too much. But
That's true.
But I have run into loading screens because if you fast travel, which fast travel is tough to do in this game. You have to like be at a car. You have to be at your car in order to fast travel anywhere else except your car. And if you're not at your car, you can fast travel to your car.
Yep.
Or to the last place you rested at. That's the way travel works in that game. Everything else is like actual travel. You have to like
go there in order to get the fast travel, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. And like it's only on parking spots that are fast travel. So like, and it costs 10 gil to do, which I don't know. I've just
it's probably not. It's probably not much money.
I don't know. I don't think so. I've just been but I like to drive just because like I don't know. It's weirdly chill to just drive for 3 minutes. I don't know why.
Oh, one thing that I'm not sure if this... I'll edit this out if it is really spoilery.
Wait. I'm not too deep into this game yet, so don't spoil it for me.
It has to do with like... It doesn't even have to do with like story or anything. It has to do with like the sub-content. Like almost like side quests, but it's more like music specifically.
Oh, no, I don't think that's
the radio.
Spoiler. Okay. Are you talking about how there's old Final Fantasy music in there?
Yes, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I like that because I've been listening. I always buy them, right? Like when you're at a store. And I like doing that because I mean, first of all,
give you something to do while you're waiting or while you're traveling.
Yeah, but I mean the music's really good, right? And like Final Fantasy's always had great music. Oh
yeah, definitely.
Also, like I get to listen to songs from games that haven't. Like I haven't played any Final Fantasy game all the way through, and except for Lightning Returns, which doesn't count. But I've heard a lot of these tracks before, so it's like cool to like hear music from like Final Fantasy 4 and 2, which are games I haven't really heard much of, seen much of, or heard much of anything, And I mean that they're both beloved games in their own right, but like. I was like, wow, this is good music. They had good stuff back then. Final Fantasy VII is probably the one I've heard the most music from. I kind of like, listen to the soundtrack. Like I didn't listen to each individual song. I like skipped through it. I was like, yeah, this is all familiar. Yeah. But Final Fantasy VIII turns out it has a really good soundtrack.
Oh yeah.
And Final Fantasy 13, the game that is reviled, right? The one that people don't like, the divisive one. That one has a really great soundtrack.
That was the one with the Vera, right?
No,
I think
that's
13,
12.
13's Lightning Revenge, right?
13's Lightning. Yeah.
Yeah.
12 has Vera.
Yes.
But
it's in there too, right? Like 12. Is it pretty much all the previous Final Fantasies, or just like most
I'm sure they're all in there, but I haven't gotten 12, 11, 14. Which I've heard music from 14. It's great. Like I like the music in 14 a lot. Like
okay.
You don't like the music in 14 too much? Do you listen to it when you're playing, or
that's the online one, right?
That's the one you play. I'm talking about the one you play.
Yeah. I'm hoping that they're in there. I'm hoping specifically 11 because that whole homage. If I could hear that, I would just like really put that nostalgia feel into me, to myself. But I mean. That'd be pretty cool to have.
There's also like a Afrojack song there. There's a I don't know if you can unlock it, but there's a Florence and the Machine cover of Stand By Me that plays early on in the game, which
okay.
So there's like good contemporary, because that's the weirdest thing about this game. Like the one thing I still can't get over about this game's world is that like it's contemporary. It feels like it's like, usually fantasy games, Final Fantasy games are usually like, knights and castles or future, like far future, right? Like,
or just has its own fantasy, like memes, if you want to call them.
Yeah, sure. The vibe is like not of our world. And this one,
definitely.
This one, sure.
Like there's no connection to our world.
Yeah.
Planet Earth.
Yeah, and this one feels that way in a lot of ways, obviously, because there's crazy monsters and all sorts of shit. But then, like, the clothing people wear, like your main guys are the only ones who look like your main guys look like
Final Fantasy. From Square Enix.
Well, I mean, they look the most casual out of any Final Fantasy characters have ever looked, right? Like,
True,
but like at the same time, you know, they're pretty like styled or whatever. But then you like go around this, like, you know, you go to the pier and you like look at like the NPCs there, and it's just like literally like dressed like just like a woman or a man today, you know, like, and it's just like bizarre. And
in the end of 2016,
exactly. And there's like in Kingsglaive, like the car that like the characters drive is like an Audi R8. That's like a real car that really exists. That's really weird to be in a Final Fantasy
that's
game.
what they actually said on there too. It's like Audi, or is it just like a, you know,
no, it is. It's got like the it's got the, I think it's a, what do you call it?
They say Audi, or it has,
It's got the four circles. It's got the logo. It's like they do like they do a vanity glamour shot of the car, you know, and they're like, nice car, you know, this car is really nice. And he's like, yeah, it's the Princess or whatever. You know, it's just like, you know, it's like they want you to buy an Audi. You know, like it is a nice car, but I mean, it's like, it's the real car. That's the weird thing. Like usually, like have you ever seen the movie Minority Report or iRobot?
iRobot.
Okay, iRobot had an Audi, I think. It was a real car, but it was like the future version of it, right? It was like, oh, this is what Audis are going to be like in the year 2060, whatever. You know, like that's like how that movie did it. This game, or Kingsglaive, that movie, just has 2016 Audi R8
oh my goodness.
in it. Not a future one, but like the one that you can actually get, you know.
Oh my goodness.
So it's very it's weird, right? Like I've never seen anything like this.
It's almost it's not an ARG. It's not, because like then that means that like it's pretty much just like, I want to say Grand Theft Auto, but it's not that either. Because even in Grand Theft Auto, they don't even say the actual name.
Yeah, no, Grand Theft Auto has no like real. I mean, okay, you know how like Forza or maybe not Forza, like Gran Turismo has real cars, But that makes sense because Gran Turismo takes place in like our world, you know, like Gran Turismo is not supposed to be weird. There's no demons, you know, in Gran Turismo.
It's pretty weird to see pretty much something that is in our world in a different world. It's like we're cross streaming. I guess
it's weirder in this game than in any other game because of the world this game posits. Like in Metal Gear Solid 4 took place in the future, you know, like it still takes place in the future, I think, by several years, but like, you know, it's not that far future, so it's like pretty close. And like Snake has an iPod, like he has the actual Apple iPod, you know, and like the way you move, it's an older one, so it doesn't like remember when iPods, you had to like they had a scroll wheel and you had to like spin your thumb across it to like go up and down, like he's got that iPod. You have to scroll your thumb across the right stick to go up and down, you know. It's got that like digital, you know, display, you know, not like the newer ones where it's like, you know, like images, but like actual digital display, you know, like he had that, and it had licensed music and like you know, and that was weird because it was like, okay, that's a game, you know. They have like all sorts of stuff like that in Metal Gear games. Like Calorie Mate is this Japanese, like, I don't know what it is. It's something you eat, but like in Snake Eater, which is the one that takes place in the 60s, which is weird because Calorie Mate wasn't invented then, I don't think. So this is like some weird timeline shit happening. But like in that game, like, you know, you eat, you know, animals to like sustain yourself, right? So you have stamina and stuff. But like you sometimes find Calorie Mate in like Russian soldiers, like inside their like store, like not stores, like, but like, you know, warehouses, right? Like you'll like raid their warehouses and you'll find Calorie Mate, and if you eat it, Snake's like, this is really yummy, you know. It's just like, okay, I get it, you're trying to sell me on Calorie Mate, you know. But it's like, it's funny because it's like, at least Snake Eater and all the Metal Gear games, like, as crazy, they have robots and stuff in those games, but like, it's like sort of feasible. You know what I mean? It's like sort of like, it's not weird that people are wearing, this game, it's weird that people are wearing clothing that people would wear sometimes.
Yeah.
That's weird to me. You know, people wear like glasses and like have cell phones in Final Fantasy 15. You know, people are texting each other and like, you know, and it's like
just all the stuff that's in our world. It's happening in their world.
Yeah, but it's also a world where people can teleport and there's demons and like
there's a magic.
Yeah, and I'm sure there's a cactar somewhere.
Oh my goodness! Yeah,
there's that Final Fantasy character monster called a Malboro, which is like Marlboro.
It's like a big.
Yeah, it's like.
Wait, is it like a plant? The tentacle monster type
it's
thing?
like it's got that famous move, bad breath, right? Because it's like an anti. It's kind of it's like a copyright free of saying Marlboro, right?
Yeah,
like the cigarettes. And like
that makes sense. I've seen those in Final Fantasy 11, and it's barely clicking right now.
Well, I mean, it's
my God.
It's about like. You know, it's about like 2 steps removed from what is it? Toxic or whatever from Pokemon. Is that? Which is the one?
It's Toxroke or something.
The one that's like the one that's literally the anti-smoking. Coughing. Yes. Yeah. The 2 like
coughing and wheezing.
Yeah, it looks like it's just like smoke coming out of the mouth, and it has a skull and crossbones on it. Like it looks like it's like an ad for kids not to smoke cigarettes. Like, and you know, Marlboro is like 2 steps removed from that. Like,
oh my gosh,
Marlboro.
I don't know why it didn't click, but that's sick. I like how there's old, old monsters from like 11 and stuff. But I think they've always been in there.
Yeah, I'm sure there's gonna be Moogles at some point. I know there's Chocobos. I can't. There's a Carbuncle. I can't wait to see my first Cactar. You know, I'm sure they're running around there somewhere. I know a lot of the old summons are in the game.
Cool. Ifrit.
I don't know about Ifrit. I don't know. I think Ifrit might be in it. The only 2 I know for sure. Well, I know 3. I know there's Titan. I know there's Rama, and I've only seen Rama because I've seen him in the Platinum demo or whatever. Not the Platinum. The first demo, episode Duske, and then there was
Shiva.
Shiva I know is in it, but I haven't watched. Like I've seen it. I looked it up just to make sure. Like I was like, "Hey, is Shiva in this game?" And there was like a YouTube video, and I was like, "Okay, I'm not clicking this." Shiva. Yeah, I'm not gonna click it because I want to like see it myself. But like, cool, good to know. I want to know. I wanted to know. Sorry if I spoiled that for anyone. I don't.
Yeah, that might be. Yeah.
Sorry. Hey, guess what? Final Fantasy 15 has Shiva as one of its summons. I don't know if it has Ifrit. You know, like. Yeah. But guess what? Like.
There's a whole bunch of content in it too, though, right? Because I heard you could fish too.
Yeah, I went fishing.
I don't even know if it's like a.
The fishing's not bad. It's actually.
Is there a reason to fish, or is it just like something you just do?
So yeah, there's a reason to fish. The reason to fish is okay. Experience works really weird. Okay, so yeah, you level up with XP, but you put AP into skill points, and you earn AP for doing all sorts of stuff. Like AP is what you put into your skill tree. XP is for your like baseline stats, I think. You know?
Okay.
So
okay.
So and you don't get to choose like, you know, I want to put more into this or it's just like Final Fantasy. Everything goes up incrementally as you level up. Mm-hmm. But
so it's the same stats too, like strength, dex, con, wisdom, intelligence, and like charisma or something like that, or
I don't think so. I have no idea. It's like it doesn't seem to matter. It's just like health and how strong you are, you know, stuff like that. Like
and the magic and stuff or whatever, or SP or
TP, magic works completely different in this game.
Oh wow.
Okay. I'll break it down a little bit just because it is weird.
Just break it down just a little bit.
Okay, so AP is what you spend on your skill points. Like they're basically your skill points. You know, you spend them on your trees, right? And not everyone has their own tree. You have access to like 7 or 6 trees, which are like divided into different categories like exploration, tactics, teamwork, healing, recovery, combat, whatever. And like, so like, you know, all like, cause you're only playing as Noctis the whole game. I think, I don't know, maybe there's a twist, but So you're leveling up Noctis and everyone at the same time. They all level up separately, but like at the same time. And so how it works is you get AP for doing stuff like if your partner suggests something in battle and you do it, you get AP. You know, like so like
okay.
like
interesting.
Or like you can unlock you know, one of your things on your skill tree is like, hey, get AP for driving long distances. So if you get that, then you're, you know, hey, let's drive from here to there. And as you're driving, you just get AP every now and then, you know, or like I saw one where it was like, hey, get AP for chocobo rides. You know, I don't have access to chocobos yet, but like, you know, cool, I'll probably be getting that skill because I like getting AP. A lot of things cost a lot of AP. Like later skills cost like 999 AP. You know,
okay,
so like,
so you want to try to like min max or figure out the efficient
probably
way to get AP then?
yeah exactly. Fishing, like now for me, fishing gets me AP.
Nice, okay.
But like also fishing gets you materials, right, from the fish, like and like different fish, like either it gets you ingredients for Ignis to come up with new recipes, which is like a good thing because that's his every one of the 4 have their own skill. Like Noctis has fishing, so like the more you fish, the better fish you catch, the more it levels up, which I think it just gives you AP. I don't really know. Prompto has photography. He just takes photos and stuff. And what's his name, Gladio, he, whenever you're doing camping and stuff like that, he gets like a survival skill. That's what he does. And Ignis has cooking. And so that's how that stuff works. But the way experience works, which is weird, is you don't get experience from killing monsters necessarily. You do, but you don't, it doesn't count yet. You don't level up until you either go to a hotel or you set up camp. And the difference between the two, so it's interesting because you're weighing whether or not, like, so if you get a ton of XP, you want to go to a hotel because different hotels like yield different like multipliers. Like, so like if you go to an expensive hotel, it's 2 times all the experience that you got, whereas like if you go to a cheaper hotel, it's like 1.5, you know. And it's like, that's still good, you know, like so like you want to do that if you have a ton of XP. But if you do have XP but you'd rather like, but those cost money, right? Hotels cost money, whereas camping is free. And also if you camp, Ignis will cook, and all his foods have different buffs, like and they're really good. Like, so like if you want to fight like a really tough enemy, like say you take on a big hunt that's gonna like like 10 levels too high for you, but you, like I did this okay, and like Ignis had a recipe which like gave me like it was like plus 200 to my like max health, and it also increased my attack by a ton and defense by a ton. So it was like, but it cost a lot of like different ingredients, but I had all that stuff, you know. So like I was like, yeah, cook that up, you know. And like we ate it, our health bars were much bigger, we're doing more damage, and we went out and, you know, fought this really tough monster, you know. And that would have been a tougher fight if I hadn't camped first, you know. So it's like, that's how that stuff works. You only tally up your XP, so you don't level up until you set up camp or go to a hotel. Yeah, but you earn AP all the time, and also you earn AP for leveling up as well.
Okay. Yeah. Nice. That's awesome. Like
it's super good. Like I'm not kidding. Like this battle system, I love it. It's super fun. It's all about like positioning, you know. You're trying to like, it's all real time, but like there's an active wait mode, I think, which seems interesting. I want to mess with it, but so I haven't messed with wait mode, which is more like if you don't move, I think everything freezes, so you can think about your next attack and stuff.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, but so as you're fighting, you build up these tech bars. You can have up to 3 so far. I don't know if you can increase the bar or not, but the tech bar, you fill it up. It fills up when your teammates are doing damage to enemies, I think. But like there's different skills on your skill tree that allow it to like fill up faster, like if you do damage, or it just fills up on its own faster, stuff like that. And the tech bars are really good because each character besides Noctis can bring one skill into battle with them. So like you have to choose carefully, and like so right now I have, like with Ignis, he has a pretty OP one called Regroup. And I'm saying it's OP because holy shit, is it OP? It uses two of the 3 tech bars, and they fill up pretty quickly, and it just like basically gets you out of, like, if you're in like a tough situation, you have him do that. Like it's as simple as holding L1 and hitting up, and then it just like immediately puts you all together, like near Ignis, and heals you all.
Oh wow!
And like. Like full health. And it's like awesome. The way health works is weird. Do you know how health works in this game?
No.
So,
not.
You have your health bar, right? That drains. And like as you take hits, once it goes all the way down, you have a second health bar that's like slowly draining until you get revived, Like you're in this danger state. But then like, so if you're not out of danger fast, you lose like your health won't go past that bar anymore until you like rest,
Okay.
So like
nice.
Yeah,
that's
so it's
cool.
kind of interesting because like sometimes you'll have a big tough fight and you're like, all right, cool. Oh shit, Prompto, his health bar is only like at a third, and I can't give him a potion or anything. The only way to like fix that is to like rest, but it's like, so you're always like managing, like, do I want to do that or do I want to keep pressing forward?
Yeah, just make sure he's far back or something.
Yeah, and I think over time his health is slowly regenerating, but it's like, so then it's like, oh, maybe if I make a long drive over there first, by the time I get to this place, his health will be, more, closer to like the middle, and maybe I can just deal with it then. Because like as long as like he doesn't fall into danger again, I think his health bar is ever increasing back up to the max it is, but it's like pretty slow.
Yeah.
It's interesting though. I like it a lot. You can carry up to 4 weapons and swap them in combat. Magic. I didn't tell you how magic worked, Keo. You wanted to know?
Nope.
Magic is really weird in this game, okay? So you don't have spells like how you do in the other games. You have
you don't have fire, blizzard, or anything like that, right?
So you have this magical I forget what it's called. It's like a flask, a magic flask, right? And you fill so throughout the environment, near camping spots, there's these like rocks, for lack of a better term, these like weird like elemental rocks, okay? And you can drain them for their magic, and you can have up to 99 fire, 99 lightning, and 99 ice with you at all times, which is whatever. But then you use whatever amount of ice, fire, lightning that you have to craft your spells.
Oh,
so when
interesting.
when you craft, and you can only craft as many spells as you have flasks, right? So like your flasks are and so how it works is like I think you can combine them with other things too. I haven't done that yet, which I'm gonna experiment with that. But so like if I pour in like 25 fire into my spell and I craft it, I think I can have like many more uses of fire, but they're weaker. Whereas if I pour in 99, all of my fire into the spell, then I have like 3 shots with it, but it's like super powerful. Yeah. And so you equip it like your directional pads, you equip weapons, you equip it on one of those, okay? And when you use it, it's basically like you have to aim it manually and toss it. It's like a grenade. And it's incredibly powerful. Like it like hurts you and your teammates too. Oh, like you know what I mean? So it's like, so
this is friendly fire in it. Pretty much.
I don't think there is maybe there isn't, but I know they get like fucked up looking. Like they get like covered in fire, and they're like, or like not like they look all toasty, or like they look all like frosty if you used ice. Yeah, I know it hurts you for sure.
Yeah.
So you got to be careful about proximity. But it's like you know, it's got a big radius, and it's like instead of like just casting, I like it. I think it's a good change for this game, just because it's like it makes the magic different. It makes it have impact. You know what I mean? Like, I think so many video games, it's just like casting. I'm casting lightning bolt. I'm casting fire. You know, I was like, I'm casting this. I'm casting. It's just like a weapon or so. It's like a, you know, like a ineffective, you know, thing, you know, that like takes like, you know, oh, it took like 20 health off of the big boss, you know, and it's like, that's fine. But it's like, if I see a herd of like, you know, these like scary gazelle monsters, and I like chuck a fire at them, it just like lights them up and kills them all. Like, that's awesome. You know, it's like, I've seen how the summons work. The summons are insane. So it's like a lower version of how that system works. You know what I mean? You know how like summons aren't like, it's not just like a thing you build up a gauge and like, oh, let's call a summon. It's like summons work in this weird, peculiar way, I think, where like you have to like be in a specific condition. Like, I think for Rama, Noctis has to be in his dangerous state, you know, before you can like summon Rama, and like, you know, all of them. Like, I don't know what the other, I don't know how Shiva or Titan work, but I'm sure they have their own specific way. But I don't know.
Like to summon them, or?
Yeah, to summon them. I don't even know how to get them. I know they're like all hidden throughout the worlds. Can't wait to, like, I'm exploring every nook and cranny of this game, you know, so I'm sure I'll eventually find.
It's a big world out there.
Yeah, I'll find Rama, and Rama's the one I'm least looking forward to, just because I know what he does. It's awesome, but like, I want to see Titan. I want to see Shiva. I want to see Ifrit. I really hope Ifrit's there, man. I really hope Ifrit's there. Ifrit was like my favorite.
He's like, you know? Classic.
Yeah,
he's classic.
Ifrit and Shiva
be in there.
Like, I always like, when I think of Final Fantasy summons, I always think of Final Fantasy X's Ifrit and Final Fantasy X Shiva. Those, because they blew my mind growing up. I was like, whoa, this is like the coolest thing I've ever seen. So like, they better be in this game, and they better be the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Nice. Yeah, they should be. I honestly think they will, to be honest. Ifrit and all the other primals, pretty much.
I really hope so. Like, I mean, Rama was like a weird call. I didn't know Rama was going to be, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
But I mean, obviously, like, there's some that they probably, like, Knights of the Round probably isn't in any Final Fantasy except for 7, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, is there? I bet it's in 14 though, because it's the MMO.
Like what, the summons?
Yeah, Knights of the Round.
I'm not sure of Knights of the Round. I can't remember. Unless you call him like Odin. I know he's in like 11.
Yeah, I think Odin is a classic, right? I bet there's Odin in this game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Odin was also in. I think Odin was like it was lightning summon in 13, and because what in 10, okay, all these games always change the rules on you, right? Like,
yeah, they do.
So they do. In 10, Yuna was the summoner. She summoned all of them, right? So it was like your characters didn't have like, but then in like 13 it was like, and like in I don't remember how it worked in 7, but in like 13 it was like, Snow had Shiva and Lightning had Odin, and you know, like, they each had their own summon, like, and they were called something else. They were called like I forgot what they were called, but they're
called something completely different.
Yeah, but I mean, basically
like in 14 they're called primals.
They're called primals?
I think so. Yeah.
I forget what they're called in summon. I forget what they're called in 13. But yeah, anyway, like so like in this one, I actually don't know what they're called in this one. I bet they're just called summons. But
probably.
And it's weird because there's only, I think, I don't know if they, here's the thing I'm worried about. What if like Rama is only in one region and he only like helps you in that region? And like Shiva is only in one region, and you know,
I don't know. That's something you gotta unlock and find out. Yeah, that's obviously, that would suck. It would really suck, because
I don't know. Well, I mean, I think I heard someone say that like they called Rama while they were in a cave, and so like the way for, if you don't know how Rama's summon works, is he's It's called Judgment Bolt, and he stands up very tall in the skies and shoots a bolt of lightning down onto the ground, frying everything. Right? It's this really incredible visual thing that happens. So for that to work while you're in a cave makes no sense. Obviously, he's shooting lightning through the ground. But I mean, I'd rather that than it just not being able to work.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Yeah. Hopefully it works.
Cool. Nice.
A really cool game though so far. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to eventually pick it up or borrow it.
Definitely watch Kingsglaive first.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna watch those and the episodes, the 5-episode ones.
Well, I haven't seen those yet, so I can't really tell you how important they are. But
I'll probably they're not that long, so
yeah,
probably
it's anime.
Yeah, but yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
It's really cool.
All right, I think that's it. I think that's all I got.
Yeah, I mean that's the last of the games I think it's the last of the games that's all you've been playing? Overwatch. Yeah. What about Overwatch? We haven't talked about that.
I mean, it's not a big thing.
I have big news for Overwatch.
What's up?
I am at 2961 as of right now.
Yep, I did notice that.
I got very close to Diamond, and I won 3 games in a row, and then had a draw, and I said I'm not playing anymore tonight.
Yeah, nope. That's a good. Because that's always the freaking sign.
Yeah, I always have to do
it's always like a win, tie. Oh shit. Okay, now it's time to bring it back. Wait till tomorrow. I think it's good too. You need a rest before you play, like consecutively.
I gotta play the game as May, which is kind of rare. It wasn't a ultimate play. It was just headshots.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I headshotted a Tracer, killed the Diva, and then immediately shot a Lucio who was in a bear trap.
Oh my goodness.
Well, awesome. Whatever. Jingle's rocket hit the Lucio a second later.
Nice. Awesome. Yeah, the only thing I have for Overwatch for me is I'm master now.
Yeah, Jesus, Kyo.
30.
I think we said that last time, didn't
something. We? No, we never mentioned Overwatch, I don't think.
Yeah, no, we said you got the master.
I can't remember.
I think
I need to edit it, and then I'll remember.
I think we did, but no, yeah. If we didn't,
I think
it's crazy.
I think we talked about it through PS4 probably, but I think I didn't even do my placements till last week, anyways. No, I can't remember.
Are you? No, yeah, we talked about it because I said, "Are you gonna let it just degrade or not?"
Yeah. Yeah. No. I don't know. I was gonna play just once a week. I played once already today, and oh man, dude, it's a totally different game when you're playing with like a different tier, and like everyone plays differently, and it's so weird.
Oh yeah, like dude, like today, the first match I played was against unranked people and gold. Mm-hmm. Like I mean, there was 1 diamond on their team and 1 diamond on our team. A couple platinums here and there, and everyone else was like low, like pretty low level or not ranked at all. And I was like, I wonder how this match is gonna play out. And it was really bad for them. Like no one was like, there was no composition. Everyone was rushing in and just like getting themselves like this Reaper like froze. Like I froze a Reaper and shot him in the head.
Yeah.
Like a Reaper who was sneaking up to do his ult. Like, he didn't do his ult. He didn't Wraith form out of there.
Yeah.
I don't know what... I was just like, whoa, you don't know how to play this character. Like,
yeah,
you're supposed to be hitting
bad.
Wraith form and getting out of there or killing me. Yeah. You know, like... But, like...
Because he could do that.
Yeah, he could have shot me. But, like... You know, I was like, whoa, like, this guy isn't good at this character. Like, or... At least compared to the people we've played against or have been playing against, you know? And so, like... First match was like really low tier. Second match was like better, but we still really won a lot. Third match was like kind of a closer game. Fourth game was a draw. And I was like, I'm done.
Yeah.
No more.
It was me and Tanner were playing earlier, and we've had like we had like a good streak going, and then we lost one. We had like 7 wins in a row.
Oh my goodness!
And then we lost 1, and then we did 4 in a row, and then lost 1. We're like, all right, I think we're good. So it's weird because I'm playing with Tanner, and like I feel like I'm just getting more XP than him, and like I've already finished my placement. I finished like the first 20 games or whatever that gives you extra like SR boosts or whatever, or skill rating boosts or whatever, and I just feel like I'm getting more than Tanner is.
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I don't really know the ins and outs of master rank.
Yeah, well, it's more of like just getting skill rating, and I think it's just because I was on fire, the percentage I was on fire or something, saying. Or yeah.
Last season it was like healers would be getting like Tanner and I played a match together, and he got 50, whereas I got 30. But like I had like more kills and stuff, but like still.
But dude, I'm playing like Zarya though. That's not a healer. Like I think it's just because I'm just doing my job and I'm getting gold, or like I'm just on fire or something, and I feel like that's the reason why. Other than that, I feel like Blizzard is just blessing me every time I touch the controller.
This is how I feel about it. Okay, all I've been hearing from people have been, man, Overwatch's comp season 3, they really fucked up how to do placements. They really fucked up skill ratings. But there's one person that isn't fucked up by this, and that's Keo. He is.
Oh my
You're God. Living right now. You are just like, this is all working in my favor.
I guess, but like I don't understand. Like it doesn't make any sense to me. Like Tanner is doing just as good as I am. Why isn't he getting the same amount of XP? Like it does, or XP, the same amount of skill ratings. Like it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Like we played, and when we did my placements, like I pretty much got to master.
Yeah, you were like high diamond, right?
Yeah, he wasn't. Yeah, but he wasn't able to reach me. We're at like the same level, and I got too high to where we couldn't match up to each other anymore.
Jingle and Tanner played the same games, not the same amount of. They played the same games, all 10, right?
Yeah.
Jingle is really good at this game. He's like getting golden kills a lot of times. He's like, doing most damage.
He's really good.
Yeah, and he gets platinum and Tanner gets diamond.
Yeah.
Like, what is that? Like, that's weird, isn't it? Like, they played this, and people are saying, oh, like, I think your last season's rank or your overall rank might have to do with it. It shouldn't. I don't think. Mm-hmm. I think it should be clean slates every single time. Like,
that's how it was. Like in all the other, like in MOBAs or whatever. Yeah, I'm not saying it's the same thing, but like the ranking system, every time they do a new season, it's clean slate. It's all based on the skills now and going into it.
Yeah, because I think honestly, like, since I've been playing a lot of other games or not playing games sometimes, or at least spending less time on Overwatch, I think I'm literally worse than I was last season easily. I think I'm like better in some ways for sure, but like I think a lot of my timing, for like I have to focus really hard to pull off shit that I didn't have to focus on at all last season. You know what I mean? Like I can't even play Zarya anymore. Like whenever I go into a game as Zarya, I'm like, oh, I guess I'm not good with her anymore. Like so it's like so that's why I'm like really playing Mei all the time because I love Mei and I don't want to lose my Mei skills, and like
you gotta you gotta refine those skills.
I gotta refine my Mei, and some of the characters obviously, like I loved the way Pharah plays now, and like it actually improved my Pharah game, I think. But like the buffs and stuff that they gave her for her like jump jets and stuff, but overall, I don't think I'm as good. Like I played Tracer on Quick Play recently, and I was like, oh, like I'm not hitting my shots like I used to, like stuff like that. But so I should. It makes sense for me not to be at Diamond yet, like whereas like season 2, I got to Diamond like pretty much out of the gate, like I think I got to High Platinum and got to Diamond really soon afterwards or something. But like, it makes sense for me not to get Diamond if I don't deserve it,
Mm-hmm.
But it should have nothing to do with my previous season's efforts. You know what I mean? Like that should have nothing to do. I don't know.
Yeah, because then if you were just like in, I don't know.
Honestly, the only reason I care about it is for the competitive points that you get at the end of the season.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's That's the biggest thing for me too, and I'm pretty glad because I'm getting a nice chunky 2000.
Yeah, I mean, like now it's like you know, I mean, I just gotta save up for 6,000 so I can get a diamond weapon, you know.
Yeah. Wait, what?
Got him. Gotcha. There's no diamond weapons. Maybe there won't be.
If there is, I would probably get it, but
I bet it would be 6,000. I bet it would be 6,000.
I bet it would too, but it would be really hard to pick. Like you would have to like. Oh. Really.
Dude, I know. I'd give it to May.
Well, May. Yeah. Okay. Well, you do. Well.
You wouldn't give it to Zarya?
Well, I gave it to Zenyatta and I don't play him anymore. I gave it to Zarya and I don't play her anymore. I'm just kidding. I do play her. I'm starting to pick up a Roadhog now.
Roadhog's so good. Okay. Let's talk about Overwatch a little bit.
Let's talk about it. Sure.
Because Roadhog is so important.
Yeah.
Like
I'm noticing. Like in the games that me and Tanner played.
He's not a tank. That's the thing. He can't be your tank. You can't have a 2-tank setup with Roadhog and be like, okay, we're fine. No, if you're having a 2-tank setup, you need 2 tanks and Roadhog.
Why is he even in the tank category? Pretty much is what you're saying.
He has a lot of health. I get it, but like, no, he's DPS. You know, he kills squishies in one hit. You know, that's what he's there for.
Yeah, the only reason I whenever there's like a Tracer or like a Genji, not so much Genji, but Tracer for sure. Like I always go Roadhog. I hate seeing her ass.
You gotta
kill my
you gotta play. This was the meta as of like last week in pros teams. It's the 4-tank meta. Do you know about this?
Fuck, 4. I thought it was 3.
No. So what they do is people have been running Lucio and Ana. And then Diva, Rhine, Roadhog, and like Zarya, or you know, like Zarya, right? I think that's the only other tank. No, there's Winston. Winston, sorry, Winston or Zarya. Like I think either of those are interchangeable. Or Ryan, and replace Ryan with Winston, or you know, those 3 are less important than Diva, Roadhog, and
Zarya.
No, the 2 healers, Ana and Lucio. Because Ana's grenade, so the tanks stay bunched up, and no one can do enough damage to these tanks to get a clean pick. You know what I mean? And so Ana's grenade, bunched up tanks, hits them all. Lucio healing does the rest, right? Yep. Because you know it's hard to heal. Like a Mercy trying to heal Diva's health takes it could take upwards of like 5-7 seconds to fill her health bar. You know, like whereas like Ana grenade and the Lucio right there, like it's done. It's already, she's full health already, you know? And so what you do is you run like defense matrix behind Roadhog, right? Or around Roadhog. And like all it is it's like, you know, when your teams are poking at each other, you're poking chokes, Roadhog throws a hook, catches someone, kill that person. They're already a man down. They better go regroup. They won't sometimes. Catch another person. Now they're going to go regroup. You know, this keeps happening. Like, you know, and like, you know, like let's say Roadhog doesn't get the headshot. It's great to have a Diva right there because she's going to chase. She chases immediately, finishes, comes back. That's it. You know what I mean? And it's like tanks stay grouped up. There's nothing that can kill them all like immediately. Like nothing. Like
it takes a bit.
Farah can't do it. What's his name? Junkrat, maybe. Like Reaper.
Junkrat probably,
yeah. But I mean, like even Reaper, man. Like you know, you got Diva there. Like
you think of Reinhardt. Roadhog's healing kind of, and then you have the healers.
Exactly, the healers are like clutch part of it. You know, like especially Ana. Anna's like Ana and Lucio. They're both integral to this setup, but like Roadhog is the most important. So the star player is Roadhog. You know, like the most accurate killer of them all has to be playing Roadhog because he's the one who's getting the picks. He's grabbing people. He's grabbing people, and you know, Diva doesn't really leave his side. Yeah, and that's how you play it, and it works. And I mean, the counters I've started to see to it are like I was watching the people who beat these teams, you know, and I'm like, okay, that's not a counter so much as like, that's not like a setup. I could be like, all right, let's run this setup and we'll beat this because this is a weakness. No, these people are just really good at playing these, you know, like that's why they're beating. Like there was a tracer, Soon, this tracer named Soon, who it's like the best tracer. It's so good. Man, so this,
I need to watch these pro players.
So this person Soon is amazing, and like what they do against this setup is they're not getting picks. What they're doing is, you know, people are running this tank lineup, and Soon's on the other side of that Roadhog, like always pulling that Roadhog. You know, always getting that Roadhog's attention, just like dumping clips into that Roadhog, make him turn around, distracting him long enough so he's not getting the picks that they need. Yeah. You know, and it's whittling the tanks down. You know what I mean? Like, and this person's amazing. Like, I don't want to go on a Soon tangent. The way they play is you'll see like they never engage first. They'll never shoot someone unless they're already engaged. You know. And they're excellent about it. You know, they're always shooting them when they're already distracted at an odd angle. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, so like they're fighting the diva. This Roadhog is fighting the diva in front of him. Soon comes at him from an angle, from behind. Yeah. You know, starts blasting him. You know, he has to make a decision. Do I turn around and try to get this tracer? You know, he never blinks backwards, which I find really interesting. He doesn't blink backwards to dodge damage. He blinks forward behind them. So they have to turn around if they want to catch up to him. Yeah. Genius. Like, so smart. Like, nice. Amazing tracer stuff, you know. Like, also, like, so that's just, like, common sense stuff that every tracer should know. Blink forward, you know, like, blink past instead of blinking back to dodge. Yeah. You know, never initiate, always engage when they're engaged. You know, those are, like, that's general rule of thumb, I think, that all tracers should do. But stuff only Soon can do is, Soon is super accurate with his shots while blinking forward. Oh, God. So, like, this soldier is running using his dash, right? Soon, you know, one clip, shooting at him, soldier's getting away, blinks forward, doesn't miss his shots, finishes him. Like, that's insane. Like, finishes him as he's entering his own spawn. Yeah. So where he can't chase anymore. He kills him before he gets into the health part. Yeah. Like, that's crazy. Insane. Yeah, no, watch some of these pro players. They're really cool. There's this one named Mickey who's this pro diva who wow, like the switch between tanking and offense, you know, which is hard cuz like I play diva, and when I play diva it's like you get in a mindset, right? You're like, I'm in tank mode. I'm in offense mode. I'm in tank mode. I'm in offense mode. It's hard to like flip that. He's really fast about it. You know what I mean? He's just like never greedy about it. He knows when to like, okay, yeah, I'm going to hold the defense tracer here. Okay, cool. That tracer's going that way. He's never greedy about it. Yeah, he's never greedy about it. And him and his Ryan have excellent coordination. So like the Reinhardt is always like Soon will put down like ugly looking diva ults that anyone can get out of, but Reinhardt will immediately earth shatter. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that. Like it's really smart plays. Like, you know, like where like they both know what each other are doing. He also knows how to throw his ultimate. Like he throws it maybe I want to say, so you know the whole team's running with the Reinhardt in the front. You know the squishies behind Reinhardt, right? They're running forward. Soon we'll toss the diva ult around like right behind the Reinhardt, maybe about like 10 feet. Like aims it perfectly, knows when the ult stops when he tosses it. And like Reinhardt either has to turn around and shield himself, opening himself up for damage from behind, obviously, but like also not saving his team. His team can't be close enough to him. You know what I mean? Like the distance he throws it at. It's amazing. It's like really insane. It makes me sort of want to quit the game sometimes when I see people play like this. I'm just like, oh, it makes me want to play it. Hearing this makes me want to play it. I will never get there. but it's cool. It's really cool to watch, I think. That's more of a coordination thing. Like you could get there, but you have to be with people that you're able to coordinate very well with. But like also like that's the thing, right? It's not just like like we're all on headsets, we all know what each other are doing, but it's also just like I know the ins and outs of my character and people's, like react, like the only time I feel that way sometimes when I play Overwatch, right? Like there were people at Eichenwald on the outside of right past the first gate, right? After you're attacking, we take the payload, and then it's at the door, and the first door that the payload has to move through.
Yeah.
There's that castle right in front of it that like is this it becomes this horrible choke point. There are people on the castle wall, in front of it. And so I threw my ultimate at the corner of the wall because I knew the jump jets would push it past the wall. You know what I mean? Yeah. But it would stick on the wall for like 2 seconds longer, so people wouldn't be sure, is it going to go past? Is it going to stay there? So everyone went around that corner, which killed them. You know what I mean? I knew they would go around that corner. That's why I threw it there.
Yeah.
Because it wouldn't go there immediately. If I threw it around the corner, people would have stayed where they were. But they went to leave, which is what got them killed. Which, like, that was one time where I was like, I did a really smart, like, mind game play where I thought ahead of time very quickly when I did my thing. Now, people like Soon, who plays that Tracer of Mickey, the diva, like they're doing this like regularly. They're always every single play they do is that. Like that's crazy. Like think about that. Like there's never any wasted
neural.
Yeah, nothing's wasted in this game. Like in their games, it's like if a Roadhog, the 4-tank setup, if that Roadhog gets the pick, if let's say he kills a soldier or like a McCree, right? That team, what I see the teams do, and I think this isn't the bad call. This is probably the right call. They leave. They immediately disengage. They're like, we're down a man. We're not going to stay here and like fight this losing battle. Which like no one does at our level. No one backs up. Like let's say we're doing King of the Hill, right? 6 of us, 6 of them. All of a sudden, it's 4 of us, 6 of them. 4 of us, 5 of them. Wait, why are we still fighting? They have a man advantage on us. You know what I mean? Like, depends on the man, of course. Like, if you're killing heavy-duty DPS or a good healer, then sure, maybe stay in the fight. But, like, we should probably back out, right? Like, usually, like, especially if we lose, like, our main DPS or, like, a big tank or something.
Yeah.
And we never do that.
The core 3.
Yeah, I mean, we try to do that. I might sometimes yell to do that, but like, I don't see it all the time. Yeah,
it's hard. It's a whole thinking like the pros. I think is a whole different like level, I guess. Like, so I could see how you could get discouraged because they think well faster on everything. So
and they get paid for it. They should be thinking about
it. They also get. Well, I don't think they. They get paid for it, yeah. That might be like an encouragement, but I think they just are naturally like that too. So, man, it makes me want to play it now.
I kind of want to play it too, which sucks because I it's night, and so like that means all the crazy good people are out. Right?
Yeah, I don't know. It depends. I mean, I think it's at night that the good players come out. I mean, that's a good like test for you though. You could just really test out.
I wish I could
really expand your mind that way.
This is what I wish I could do. I wish I could like take a peek into competitive to see how well everyone's doing, to decide whether or not I want to join. Yeah. If I stick my head in and it looks ugly, I can be like, nope.
Nope, not wasting my time and my wins and losses for this.
Yeah, like until I get
everyone.
If I get diamond this season, then I will feel good about playing Overwatch again. I'll feel more relaxed about playing Overwatch again.
I think you will. You got a lot of time. Honestly, I feel like you probably get to master because I feel like everyone is moving up one tier, which is probably why I got to master instead of diamond.
I don't need to go there.
Well, I'm just saying it's not so much that you're gonna go there or you need to go there or It's more like you're probably going to, just so long as you don't think about it. Because that's another thing. Like, I hate it when this happens. Like, whenever we're playing against masters and stuff, like, everyone freaks out. It's like, it doesn't really matter if they're masters or not. It just depends on them, and then you judge them by their skills from there.
For sure.
Because it could be a master, but he could have just played like a healer or something and just got lucky, like I did.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Like, yeah, I don't know.
No, you're right. Like, when me and Jingle played our first match that I told you about today, the one that was really easy, their star player, right, quote unquote, their diamond, the one diamond they had, was their Lucio.
Yeah.
You know, which, like, unfortunately for them meant, like, they weren't getting the DPS. You know, it wasn't a diamond killer McCree, you know, or something, right? Who, like, would be a threat to us. It was their Lucio, so it wasn't, like, that big a deal, you know.
I don't know. Sometimes Lucios could get real fucking annoying sometimes with that.
We were pushing and pulling on Gibraltar. He played Lucio both times. It wasn't scary at all. You know what I mean? Like, it was like,
I don't know, still land Lucios where they just like throw their sonic blast and punch at the same time. That's scary.
No, and
I play Zarya and like, fuck.
No, yeah, and I mean, like, what is it? Sound Barrier is the best ultimate in the game, hands down. I get that, yeah. God, 4-tank setup, nano boost, and sound barrier. Think about that. Think about that 4-tank Roadhog setup.
Yeah, fuck that.
It's rough, right?
That sounds so annoying.
We should run it sometime.
We should. I go Zarya, or I'll go Roadhog maybe.
I mean, Roadhog or D.Va are the only two I can play in that setup.
I think Tanner wants to try doing Roadhog, so you could probably do that.
Oh, he likes Roadhog.
But yeah, we should try setting that up. We should probably run that through to like some of us or something or whatever.
Yeah, I'll be sticking on Roadhog, whoever's playing Roadhog, with Defense Matrix up. Or if there's a D.Va already, then
I
don't know.
Oh man,
then I'll be spectating.
Anyways, that's all. I think that's it.
Yeah.
This is good. This is good enough to edit. Cause, I still gotta edit like all the other ones, which I'm gonna apologize again. Oh my God, they're all gonna be uploaded.
We didn't even get to talk about anime.
Oh my goodness,
we didn't even get
that's
to
a different podcast.
Pathfinder session.
Yeah, we could still do it, but
we're gonna kind of work around that now. It's gonna be a little different.
Yeah,
we're gonna probably.
It might not happen soon though. That's the thing.
Okay.
We'll hash that out like after the podcast, but we could probably still do it. We might do something a little different. I have an idea. I'll probably run that through after the podcast too. I think it'll be pretty cool. I think it'll be pretty cool. I'm gonna run it through you first, and then
here's the thing.
I'll say it.
I'm gonna toss this out there, okay?
All right, what's up?
I love the like RP part of these games. You know, I love the like character stuff. Not real good with the stat stuff. You know, the numbers.
Yeah. I'll probably, if anything, I'll try to find something that's really just strictly RP based, which would be interesting. I want to see if there's something like that. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, like that'd be cool.
No stats, straight up RP. You probably get like it'll probably like be simplistic.
Yeah, like if we roll, we should still roll for stuff for like luck.
Yeah, of course. The rolling is like the best part of like RPing sometimes. But no, let's we could probably just look up stuff. If you find anything, let me know, or if I find anything, I'll let you know, whatever. But yeah, we'll try to figure out something else. Suggested games. I think we're just gonna do whatever. We're just gonna do whatever games we have on us, right? So, because you're probably still gonna play 15, right? Or 15, Final Fantasy 15, or like any other games. I'm probably gonna be playing Sun, and I'm probably still gonna be working on that table, which I'm gonna be doing tomorrow morning. So I think
that I don't think there's any new games coming out, right?
Not this. No, not really.
I don't know, man. I think. Well, I mean, obviously these are games that are gonna. You still playing Watch Dogs, man? You still haven't beaten.
Oh, jeez, yes, I need to play that so bad.
Justin's probably further than you in the story now.
Yeah, he probably is. Oh, the other thing too is like Tomb Raider and stuff. I still want to play that.
Dude, yeah,
that's another thing.
Can we do that tonight? Can we do the endurance mode? Like, just try it out?
Yeah, but I gotta edit, dude. I gotta edit.
You gotta edit?
Yeah, and then I have some schoolwork too. I need to finish up.
Schoolwork. I have to come up with some schoolwork.
But yeah, let's just Oh damn, that does suck, I guess, but whatever. But you're helping, childhood improvement or whatever. But
yeah,
whatever.
Sure.
Anyways, let's end it, and then we'll let's end the podcast, and then we'll talk about this more about this separately. You could thanks for listening, everybody. This has been Binch Bros. You could listen. You're listening to us either on iTunes or binchbros.podbean.com. You could also find us on Twitter, which I never post, but podbean.com sends the uploads out every time it's uploaded. So that's a nice little thing. There's also a Facebook. I created a new one. Hopefully it starts posting on there properly. For some reason, the Facebook post I had as a page didn't work so much, so that should be good now. You can follow us there if that's your social media, and I don't think there's any like Instagram, Snapchat feature where Podbean will post on those, but you can listen to us there.
Nice.
But yeah, thanks for listening, guys. I've been Keo. I'm gonna go get a new mic.
Trico. That's my sign off.
Yeah. No, your thing is.
Trico.
Your thing is anything from.